And so now, tip of the week. Where did I put it? Oh. So I had a couple of questions recently about, taking your yarn, putting it into a cake or putting it into a ball. So I wanted to talk about that. So, and specifically, I'm going to divide this into two parts. So this week, I'm talking about doing it, skeins up or making into a ball or making into a cake, farm yarn that's from me, all right? Because these are done in a different manner than your commercial yarn. So the first thing that you do is you open it up. The next thing that you do is that you look really carefully to see if you have any strands that aren't in the place where they belong. So here, I can see that this is doubled. It's going the wrong way, and that's going to cause you a problem. So you need to divide that out and take those and move them to the right side. So I'm going to move them to the right side. And you can always find out what the right side is by then going again and looking at each of the places where there's a tie and seeing, okay, is that working out right? Yes, that is. So in my farm yarns, the way that they are done at the mill is there is only one knot. Each of these is not a place you should cut. They've done half hitches all the way around. So like this. See how they've done half hitches here. So all you need to do is you find the one knot. Don't be cutting all of these ties, because if you do that, you're gonna come up with little teeny pieces of yarn like this. You're gonna think that you messed everything up. You find the one place where there is a knot. You clip that part off. These two that have been tied together are the ends of your yarn. And then you will go and undo each of these half hitches that go around. And once you have all of those undone, then you can go ahead and make it into a ball, or put it into a cake if you're using a umbrella swift, and making it in a ball winder. But again, farm yarns, be sure and check, because the mill that I use uses this system, but for most of my yarns, but not all of my yarns. For another one of my yarns, my polypay, they do have an extra tie, and you can tell that. I'm going to reach over here. I keep losing my little scarf. You can tell that they put in an extra tie and not done the whole shebang, is in that, see, it doesn't take any dye. It's a totally different, it's a cotton or polyester crochet yarn. So in this instance, you would cut this tie off, and then you'd find the one place where there's a knot, and you would cut that one place and then follow it around, and then you can make it into your cake. Okay? Next week, I'm going to show you about commercial yarns, and because they're a little bit different. And if you ever get one of these, and I hope you do, because these are wonderful yarns. This is Tresna. This is from my BFL Cormo crosses, and it's just so nice. It's squishy. It's next to the skin soft. It is wonderful. So I hope you do try it at some point. These make wonderful, they can make a shawl that would be a little bit thicker, right? Good winter weight. They make great hats, make mittens. They would make great like felted slipper kind of things, if you were interested in doing some of those that are being popular right now. I will have this video up on my website. I have a new page on my website. It's under Learn with Lisa, and it says free resources. You guys are the first to find out about it. So under there, I've got some printables in there, and that are ready now. I've got a couple of book lists there, one for spinners, one if you're interested in natural dyeing. I've got a printable that's how much yarn do I need for such and such a project. It gives you an estimate to get you started. It's nice to have in your purse or your pack when you go to a fiber festival and you're not sure how much you should buy. And I have my Defeat Your Festival Overwhelm printable worksheet that makes like a wish list. You can complete it for a wish list to take to the fiber festivals so that you won't be completely stressed out and overwhelmed by everything you see. So that's under Learn with Lisa, free learning resources. And we'll have videos of this, of how to do these things on that page as well. So if you ever get one of these, and we hope that you do, you can look there to say, how did she do that again? And I will have this little tutorial, this little tip of the week there to show you how to not get into a bowl of spaghetti while you're making your yarn into a cake. That's a whole lot of food metaphors, isn't it? Yeah, yarn spaghetti, making a cake out of yarn. But it's easy once you know what it should look like, and that it's going to look different from every other thing that you've done before, because it's farm yarn, and maybe you haven't tried it, but you know what? You should. We have the Polypay farm yarn. We have our Trasna, which is from, like I said, BFL Cormos. We have Lively, which is all Cormo, 100% Cormo breed. We have our Synergy, which is Merinos from a partner farm. The Polypay is also, those are from a partner farm in Virginia. And then we also have a bunch of different kinds of mohair and mohair wool blends that are on our website. So quite a few farm yarns that are all mostly done in the same way. One knot. Only cut that part. You have your two ends, and you can do it from there. All right? So until I see you again, happy making.